Chicken police. Paint it red. Here we go. Dead men are heavier than broken hearts.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home.
What? That means he doesn't have his license,
that's
right?
me.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department.
Clawville?
One half of the legendary Chicken Police.
Is this like
But
Duck's
buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe
City
I
of
should
just
lay
animals
low.
with claws?
Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness.
Huh.
For
Just
all
like the
the
billboards
gods,
said.
What bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
Clucking. Like fucking, right? Yeah, there you go. He swore! And there we go.
Still, what do I expect?
Chicken police. Paint it red.
We're living in a vast experiment. And don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago.
He said it
We
again.
believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not?
It is like the Zootopia experience.
It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
The chicken is too old for this shit.
What could possibly go wrong?
If he was wearing a hat, it would be a cock hat.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name.
We're gonna talk to her
She
and
had a
it's gonna be
bygone
like
look in her eyes,
a really dumb name
older
or
than
something.
This ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time. So I had to give her a chance.
Well, I'll be honest, she was a pretty hot dame in here, so I can't say no to that. Her name is Butt. Hell. Hi, my name is Carl. Carl Butt. Or you go with the opposite route or similar route where it's the butte with the E at the end. So it's like, aha, it looks like butt, but it's an actual word that has nothing to do with the butt. Now, before I talk to her, this mysterious lady, let's maybe poke around my office a little bit. Oh, a gun. Oh, I like that hand animation. Look at that. Ooh, that hand wants that cigarette. It's itching to pick it up.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
Otherwise, I'd be smoking you right now.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't.
What?
Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
So if anyone asks for his badge, he maybe just gives them a quick flash. That way they don't realize that it's just plastic police badge that he's pulled out of a box of cornflakes. I'm a police officer, I swear. Check out my badge.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
The entire conversation, I'm holding it, and she's like, do you really need to have that? I'm like, yes, I have no idea what you might try during our conversation.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range.
I also like the Tom Waits vibes that this voice actor for our character has.
I don't even know what these papers are.
Oh, alright, Gazelle Lady, I know you're in here probably to talk to me, but I've got to make a couple of phone calls first. 9 1 1. Dang it. I still have 3 more characters to put in. We'll put in 9 1 1. Twice. Oh. Not in service. Well, let's go check out the old books.
Maybe nobody.
Double emergency. That's right, that's why we put in tow. Hello there, crew's going. Welcome to the stream. Oh.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
That's why everything is grayscaled currently, is because my character just can't see color anymore. Everything's just lost it to him.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
He's colorblind. Ooh. Oh.
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my whole life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Oh. I loved Molly.
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The sort of, like, if you don't quite look at it, if you kind of glance down at this right here, this almost looks more like an insect person than it does an animal.
M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
In my pants? Let's go ahead and talk to just the Gazelle Lady. Hello there, ma'am. What are you here for anyway? I also made the comment that my office might be kind of shit if she broke in here, picked the lock and got in. What if I just forgot to lock the door?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Your name cannot be Deborah, because that is not fancy enough.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Alright, so, that's our last name, then.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
What if she's a femme gazelle? Like a femme fatale? What if that's why they chose her to be like gazelle, is because it sounds like fatale? I would not be surprised.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Wink. I also like him standing with his finger pointing. He's like, you. Constantly. Very accusatory.
Am I that easy to read?
Yes. That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
You know, maybe many drinks and we can have a good time. I might not take commissions, but that doesn't mean I'm not willing to do some other things. Wink, 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 wink.
I don't usually drink.
He's shooting her the bird. Oh no!
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
Hmm?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Look, I only have so many alcohols here. Let me check what I've got. Oh. I've got one of everything.
Ah, thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Oh, oops.
What a coincidence.
What if she already knew? She was rifling through all my shit.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
I hauled up the alcohol, we give ourselves a cheers, and it's time for the story. Tell me about it, Deborah.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
She probably saw all of the bottles in his trash, yeah, so she kind of glanced over and was like, well, of the alcohols he has, that's one of them clearly.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
I need a secretary.
Alright, so I've got some notes up here. It looks like the victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written, underlined, double exclamation point. This is a important clue. And hello there, Viking, and welcome to the stream. Oh, and I can click on this and we'll pop it out so I can read it more easily. Or really more like so chat can actually read it. Because this is a lot easier to see. She runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. So, species Impala, gender female, special feature pretty and fragile. Nothing too special. What? Her special feature isn't even that special. Oh. Here's Hotel Atlas. This used to be a nice place. Now we're competing to see who gets swallowed by decay first. The hotel's winning, but honestly, I'm not that far behind. Oh, The Chicken Police. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo. Santino, Sonny Featherland, and Marty McChicken gained fame through a case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. So our character is Santino Featherland, or Sonny. What a judgmental rooster. Calling other people's special features not very special, it's true. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There is a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest. It's the Chicken Police itself. Oh. Everybody thought they were the coolest, and they turned out to just be a passing fad. And then we have the city of Clawville. Clawville's been an independent city-state for more than 900 years? Oh my god. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insect clans? There are insect people in this game, oh my god. Had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy, and the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace. Hence the name, the City of 1,000 Colors. Damn, that's a long time. Yeah, 900 years. And hello there, call Nemo, and welcome to the stream. You don't see many bug people in the fandom. You don't see many bug people in animal-type movies or games in general. It's usually just either all animals or all insects. You usually don't see the two together. The wild ones. 3 gods are revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great wild ones, who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Aridi is the goddess of creation, Putapti is the lord of destruction, and Nikva Tiri is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness? Keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. Ghost of silence and nothingness. Like in Animal Crossing. Yeah, there's only animals there. And normal humans, for some reason. Oh, and then we've just got some general stats. So questioning points, scenes, achievements, codex, blah, 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 blah. Currently, I'm just a greenhorn. Well, that's what I've got in my, personal book. I've also got a briefcase of inventory items where I can see here's my cigarette, my wallet, and my gun. Oh, see, now I've got question as an option. There's also ask, too, but that's not currently unlocked. Probably will be after I question. That's because bugs are food. I mean, so are the animals. That's why they say prey and predator. And interesting to see mythology in a noir story. It is. It's sort of not out of place, but unusual piece to see indeed. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. Subject, John Doe. Focus. This fella is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Focus. Suspicious. Impressions? None. Except for, wait, no, impressions? Suspicious. Detective meter? Negative? Positive. As suspicious? I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Imagine just questioning somebody like this and I just walk up and you're like, you're kind of suspicious to me. What? I am suspicious? And then they just grab you by your shirt collar and you're like, why are you so suspicious to me? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. Ooh, a new impression. Oh, question 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so many options. Detective meter is your best friend right here. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? But what if I don't want to be positive? What if I want to be negative? Blah, blah, blah. I like that. Plus 100, and then they get married.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
I ship it. Sonny over here with John Doe. Alright. Who exactly are you? Okay. let's look over here at my book. We've got our subject, Deborah Ibanez. Focus. I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which, oh, hang on, this is the same thing he said out loud. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard. Impressions, shy. Detective meter, medium currently.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're coming here to me with a case, so I don't know about that.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I also rather like that versus like Chicken Police, where, sorry, not versus Chicken Police, that's the game we are currently playing. Versus like Aviary Attorney, which took old paintings and artworks that already were a merge of animal and people, or if they edited two together or whatnot. This one's taking real like photographs. You can see clearly looking at that hand, that is clearly the hand of a real person. And they've fused it together with a picture of real gazelle. So then it's kind of like FMV almost, but they're animal people. This has a lot more of the perspectives of the characters too, yeah. Because if these are real people that they're able to take physical, new photographs of, they can do a lot more with positioning and whatnot. Whereas with Aviary Attorney, they'd be restricted with whatever artworks have already been created. They can't do something completely new if that thing doesn't exist in the first place.
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You know, occasionally some hit jobs, but that's not very common.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
No, I'm terrible at swimming.
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Maybe they are humans, but the animals represent who they truly are. So, my character is a rooster, so he acts like a cock to people. Or would we be viewing it more literally, like a cock? Tell me which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills, Flowerville, maybe? That's a nice sounding place. Okay, she's also rather doubtful. And we went slightly on the positive meter. Oh, I guess I have a choice between these two options. You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? I'm not sure if the listing like this means we're going to be able to pick both, or it's one or the other. I'm pretty sure that little example had question 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll just start from the top for now.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
And hello there, Venair, and welcome to the stream.
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
I call them burglars.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
It's too late. I've already done it.
You're right. Sorry.
She didn't like that question. And I can't see my other option was eliminated. So, I'm going to assume that it becomes a... Which option do you want to pick of these? Has she said how she got in? No. So, I'm assuming she did just break in from the front door. I'm going to assume maybe don't ask her what her star sign is, you know. So, what's your star sign, sweetheart? I didn't come here for romance or to be picked up. That's not why I'm here. Stop it.
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place. And to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
See, that was a good question to ask. Plus 15. Were you born and raised in Clawville? Do you even know what you want? Huh? Oh, we've also got new impressions, which is frightened. So she's like, she's very shy already, so she might not want to be very forthcoming or readily answering any questions. And she's very doubtful of herself, so she might not be giving very concrete answers. And she's spooked, so we don't want to ask her anything that's gonna scare her more. Like this one, which sounds very condescending rude. Do you even know what you want, Deborah? Huh? Well, it's gonna conflict with the doubtful, right? Let's go with the last option, because this would give us more information.
Why did you come
if
to
we're
visit
successful.
Me? Why not your employer herself?
Can think of something that would make this game better if Jenks was here. Well, let's be real though. Clearly Jenks would make anything better.
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
I wonder if she's a cat. Well, we did also get that little pop-up sketch that came out showing a cat, so, I wonder.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
I like this section 2, where it's then like Sonny is looking at us, the player viewer, and he's saying to us, let's focus on that. I am his teammate. Full frontal cock, holy hell. Fucking hell. Alright, yep, so now we've got a new impression, which is hiding something. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? How did you get this address? What do you want from me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? Now, what would roll along well with the impressions that we have here? I don't think it's going to be this last one, because I think that is prodding her a bit too heavily by saying toying with me. We want to get her to be specific. That would make sense, because this is hot. If somebody's hiding something, you kind of want to aim straight for that. So maybe we could get the most information. We want to address the focus, right? That is true. Yes, we avoided the point long enough. Deborah is hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Maybe I should have asked her instead, what do you want from me?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Are you trying to flirt with me now?
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Oh, that did at least give us a +5, so that wasn't a bad question to ask. Probably not the best of the 4, but Let's pretend you've never found me here, okay? I say, shoving her out of the office. I don't really want to help you out. Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? Heh. This is just too risky for me. I can't take the case. I pick this option and then the game ends. Good speedrun. Does that just lose the game? That would be humorous if that was the case. Let's try this. Do you think you're cut out for this kind of work? Or perhaps I feel like this maybe addresses it. Well, let's try this.
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Alright, that was also a plus 10. Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? I don't know if I like the way that this question is phrased here in these circumstances. Mr. Featherland, standing up tall, head tilted. Have you ever felt, he gazes down, truly vulnerable? He leans in towards her, drawing his gun. Holy shit. Let's go with the first one,
Don't
maybe?
you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Rooster can really ruffle their neck, too. Yeah. Most birds can ruffle up their feathers like that to make themselves look bigger, more intimidating. Plus 15, good. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this? Let's go with the first option.
Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Just ask her more pinpoint question.
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Because let me tell you, if I could go back in time, I would swap my job off from being a cop. I like to imagine that they are actually making their normal animal noises in these scenes, and we are just getting translated subtitles. So it would be like whenever you watch a movie that takes place in a foreign country, and they're speaking in not that country's language, you can actually picture them speaking in that foreign language because that's what they would be speaking, and you're just kind of getting it translated. So in actuality, you would be hearing bark, 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 and I don't know what sort of a sound a gazelle would be making. So this is dubbed and not subbed exactly. Hello there, Petra, and welcome to the stream. This game looks interesting. Yes? Look. It's FMV Animal People. I guess not quite FMV, but full motion images. Oh, look, we got another plus 10, so we're very high up on the detective meter.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler, or as most people know him.
Uh-oh. What do they know him by?
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Oh no. He's the ruling gangster around here.
Exactly.
He's also a rat, it looks like. So a cat married a rat?
Feathery gods, help me.
Feathery gods. Imagine then over here, if you were the gazelle lady, Deborah, she would quietly say to herself, "Oh, furry gods, help me."
So you get it now. The secrecy.
A lizard, "Oh, scaly gods, help me."
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
It all makes sense now. Oh, fluffy deity, I pray to thee! Oh man, focus accuracy 90%. Questions asked 9. I am a true detective. Deborah Ibanez. Final thoughts. The legendary chicken police back in action! Still a bit weary, but untarnished. Good work. Important clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Oh. It also lets you retry it, I suppose. Here, you can see it says retry. So if this came out, I don't know, focus accuracy 10%, questions asked 1, complete failure of a detective, I could be like, oh, no. I'm retelling this event, and that's not how I remember it happening at all. Let me redo this. That means we've got several new points here. So here we go. The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Kadzenka. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster. Yeah, and it looks like he is a mouse or rat or similar. I wonder if it lets you to continue if you didn't get the pertinent information. That's a good question. I guess if I get a series of questions when I'm, pressing somebody, we'll find out then. For now, we'll have to wait. A possum, maybe? Yeah. It does have some similar coloring to that, too. I'll have to wait until we actually get to him. If we do run into him. Nope, here we go. It answers it right here. Species, rat. Special feature, good looking, charismatic, and a clocking gangster. They said it again. One of the most well-known gangsters of Clawville. Real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only half of what I've heard about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. These interrogations are gonna get hard, I bet. Maybe. Maybe not. I shrug heavily. Who knows? If we're a master detective, though, clearly they're all going to be easy, right? Let's see, she's afraid and she's secretive, or she's just secretive and an outstanding actress. In any case, not everything she told me is true, I'm pretty sure about that. And her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Ibn Wessler, to put it mildly. This explains the cloud of fear surrounding Miss Ibanez. And over here with Natasha, cat, female, special features, she has remarkably green eyes, and she's definitely in trouble. So, am I. Currently the girlfriend of the notorious gangster. This explains a lot of things, mainly the excessive secrecy. Employer. Allegedly, she's receiving serious threats. No new places, nothing new for the codex. And stats, now we've got it labeled out, so it looks like in the stats here it's going to give us little pictures of people that we've questioned, and will give us the ranks from, too. Statistics questioning points 9 out of 80 then. I guess we can kind of use this as a reference for how far we are in the game. I will say, when looking at this on how long to beat, they estimate that the game is like anywhere from 8 to 12 hours long. And when it comes to the visually novelty type games, I tend to run a really long time anyway. So even if I extended this out into additional sessions, probably take a little bit too long to complete.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Aha! Look, I'm not sure if it's going to keep this logged somewhere in my book, or if I should be manually writing this down, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and write this one down. And then we can check our book, and if it doesn't have it, then I know I need to continue writing down phone numbers. And if it does have it, then I know I don't need to. 24-hour cop stream. Hell. Though truly, the police never rest,
Please, take a look at this.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, okay.
You can keep it.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I guess I am gonna look at it. Alright, inventory. I know Molly. Hang on.
I know Molly very well.
There we go.
Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Well, shit. As we learned from looking at that one picture, Molly was our wife. And apparently Molly and Natasha knew each other well. Uh-oh. That's gonna put some pressure on me to want to help
I've
out.
been hit on the back of my
So here we
head
go.
with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland?
Oh, whoa. Look, it's like I've just gotten shocked because of his hands positioned. Here he is very seriously thinking about Molly, and she's like, Mr. Featherland, and I'm like, whoa, 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 hang on, sorry, I was having a flashback. Oh, what? Caught me off guard.
Santino, are you alright?
I'm
What
still
the
in
hell
flash.
is this supposed to mean?
I was still thinking about that flashback. Conspiracy hands. Oh my god.
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Well, that's kind of the shock I'm having here. Back to the pointing, that's right. My focus is back on her. That's why I'm pointing. Finger out. Outstretched. Pointing at Deborah. You are my main target of interest at this time.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Forcing me to help out in this case.
Blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
My pointer fingers are loaded.
Not you.
Facing you.
Miss Katsenko.
I could shoot at any time with these dangerous fingers.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Czar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Extremely reclusive cat lady. Owns popular bar.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Gotta be discreet.
Exactly. How did you know?
Wow, you're such a good detective. How could you have possibly pieced that together?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
Ooh.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Ooh. Oh, rabbit person? I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Look at that fancy sign. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she has very good informants. I must find out what the connection is. I like how large I wrote Molly over here. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she has very good informants. So here's Lewis. Special feature, an old friend of mine. He is stuttering heavily when he talks. Lewis is the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. Lewis, my friend, he loves the detective stories. That's why he lets me hang around, actually, is because he's silently a fan of my work. And look, it also has Lewis's number written down. That might be the case with the police too, then, if they've given me this number. However, if the numbers are kind of going to be spread all over the place in my information, it might be a little bit easier to keep a list, just to kind of keep everything condensed for ease of reference. Alright, I've got line of info that just is like, she owns the Tsar Club. So now we've got the Tsar Club, one of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Owners of the juiciest booties and hardest fests frequent the place. And it's famous for not serving cops, especially if they're knee-deep in the dirt. Well, we better keep it on the secret, the down low that I'm a cop. Alright. Is there anything that I want to check out here before we go? I think, since we just spoke to her,
Thank you again, Mr. Sonny.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I've got my last cigarette and I'd like to smoke it. Also, our settings over here are autoplay, skip dialogue, and replay. So I guess if I want to see something... so I can't reset it.
Sorry, I don't smoke.
Autoplay would just automatically go through the dialogue, I'd imagine. And then skip is maybe if I've already read it and I'm like, I don't need to see this again.
Thought so.
I can't use the phone here, so I could call people. See, Lewis's number. First, what happens if I try calling the police?
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm just calling to say hello. It's been a while. How are you? What's up?
Nothing. Forget it.
What? He's not even gonna tell her hi. Sonny. Alright, so now we'll call Lewis. 9, 3, and 2. Alright, and that's the number for Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Yes.
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Okay, sorry, I just skipped that. I had to escape. He was super quiet, and an audio settings now it only has master as an option. Well... Oh, that is not the number I wanted to start with.
Arrived a few
well,
minutes
shit.
later. He lived in the
Well,
rooms
I've
above, so it
accidentally
wasn't
skipped
difficult
his
getting
conversation
here. Not to
dialogue
mention that he's a
tree
rabbit.
there.
It was a quick hop.
Oops.
The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
I mean, seeing as they've referred to as the hotel, I feel like saying that there's only 2 people that are resident of it isn't necessarily a bad thing. Normally you don't have people living in your hotel for the most part, but... And hello there to you too. You're strict and welcome to the stream. He seems like a beta anyway, not important. Mean. It used to be more common to live in a hotel. Yeah, I'm not saying that it was, like, not a thing completely, but I guess I don't know exactly how significant it was, because, hey, if, like, 50% of the hotel used to be actually lived in, I have no idea, in which case having 2 people living there would be very significant. But if it was, like, 5% of the people that would be staying in hotels that are normally living there, then it's, less so. You know, 5 out of 100 people.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
His gloves almost don't quite fit with the rest of his outfit. But I really like the look he's got going.
Of course, Sonny. You know anything for you.
I love the lip sync that they've got for his mouth, though. Amazing.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
He's got his driving gloves on. Duh. That's why they don't quite fit, is because, you know, your priority in driving gloves is not exactly going to be that they are a perfect match with your outfit. You're wearing them for driving, so they need to be more utilitarian.
Don't mention it.
Or murder gloves? Oh.
Goodbye, then.
Uh-oh. Maybe we shouldn't be letting them leave together, then, if they're murder gloves.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Cross our fingers. Sonny is also wearing murder gloves. Alright, here we go. Scene types. We got the badge, which is the main scene. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Limited scenes have the little hourglass. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move to the next main scene. And there's also closed scenes. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Top tip: pick the next main scene if you are absolutely sure you don't want to visit any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later. So you're a chicken private eye? Does that make you a cock dick? Well, yes it does.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk.
That's
risking my
illegal.
whole
Arrest
life's work.
yourself.
But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. the 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive, and we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone.
Oh, so
Molly.
edgy.
Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him,
He hates
no matter
me.
what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
This game sure has style in spades. Oh, yeah. It has such a good look and, like you say, specifically, style to it. My God.
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
What did you do to Marty? What? That's a secret. I can't reveal that now. You just have to wait and find out, alright? I'm not gonna disclose that easily. I like this. This guy's clearly a porcupine. She's like a hedgehog, probably. Like their spines poking out over their raincoats. That would mean, though, all of those little holes, rain would just kind of come pouring down and slip through them, maybe. So is this a visual novel or a point and click? I'd say it's closer to a point and click than a visual novel. For the crown, for the king.
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief.
Oh my God. I'm just constantly pulling down his posters, and he's not very happy with me doing it, but I keep doing it anyway. Yeah, they could be disposable rain jackets, and yeah, otherwise lining up the holes with your spines every time with the number you've got. Jesus Christ. Hi there, Phyllis. What's up?
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny. What you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
What a voice.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
More than you? That's right, I'm better. Look at my height compared to theirs. Clearly, I'm cooler.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're in luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
That's why you two hang out with each other.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
It's always sort of an interesting thing to think about. You know, how we as humans will be like, I smell a rat. Something seems fishy around here. You've got a bird brain. He eats like a pig. If then everybody is a bunch of animals, then that becomes like a very different kind of insult, huh?
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark,
See?
I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
See? Have we addressed the fact he should have wings shoved into those gloves? All of these people just have normal human hands. Yeah, that turns into casual racism real quick. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
I pull out my gun and shoot both of them, and then I proceed into the police station.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Oh! Then they turn against each other. Alright, into
Here we
the
are
entrance.
again.
Here we go.
Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years.
What?
Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Probably, literally, it's going to be a couple of pigs that are drunk. And they also, you know, in real life, they'll call cops pigs. Again, different sort of twist when you get a bunch of animals. Oh my god, I love Mort. Look at him. So we've got Mort, Bosco, Officer Barkman, Monica, and Officer Jardine. And there's the shooting range. It's an old vending machine, huh? Now, do I want to talk to anybody here, or am I just gonna mind? Or am I just gonna mind my own business and go down to the shooting range? I paused for a moment there because I kind of was like, I don't know, kind of want to talk to Mort.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time?
Oh, so he's not an officer. He's just here because he maybe got into some trouble again. Let's just head down to the shooting range.
Without registration. Monica will crucify me if I just let myself in.
Oh man, I have to talk to her. No. Sunny doesn't seem like a social bird. No.
Hey, Monica.
The goddamn glasses. With the way glasses are designed in real life, they're made to hang on the bridge of your nose. And then, I don't even know what you call the side sections. But this is then made to go over your ear to stay on your face. This same sort of design does not make any sense for a bird. So, them being stuck on like this looks so ridiculous. It's like Arthur, the anteater. No, sorry, Aardvark, him. And his glasses just kind of float at the sides of his head. Whereas if he had proper glasses, they would go up and curl around his ears, but it would also look really silly too. But don't they look out the sides of their heads? I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's probably not looking straight forward through those glasses, so are they even doing anything?
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Ooh, she's got quite the voice.
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
It's all for style to look smart. Monica just has this pair of glasses to make herself look more intelligent, more sophisticated. In actuality, they don't do anything.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Where does the animal stop and the human start? She has human arms, but a bird chest. Well, the gazelle lady had, like, she had spaghetti strap style sleeves on her dress, and her animal part just sort of faded at the shoulder area. So it's like this upper chest area perhaps is animal, and then the rest is just normal human. But for the bird lady here in particular, I'm not sure exactly how far her feathers are descending, since that does go down fairly low.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
He just hangs out down in the shooting range all day. All day! Shooting.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
The last time we were, together, he shot me. We'll see how things go now, though. And I've also got a bunch of information added into here, so let's see what we got. We've got a lot more people. Wow. Okay. So here's Marty, who is a chicken. Special feature, unusual height and weight. Or a fowl. Shining white feathers. He shot me once, and I deserved it. I wonder if the hole in Sunny's comb is from a bullet? Could be. That would check out. Alright, here we go. Carlton Phyllis, hedgehog. Special feature. I hate him. I don't think this really counts as a special feature unless there's very few people you hate. And imagine the special feature that someone has equated with you is the fact that they hate you. They're like, you lack any special features. The most I can say is that I hate you and that's it. A real little ass plug. He is too small of a fish in the ocean to be worth bribing. Then we have Mason Royce, porcupine. I hate him almost as much as I hate his partner Phyllis. I hate them both. That's their special feature. Big and dumb. It resembles my partner, Marty, a little. Except that Royce doesn't have a kind heart. And here's Boscarelli Chowhound Natus, dog. They say he is able to devour anything that crosses his path. Why he got the nickname Chowhound? Don't cross him when he's hungry. You might not make it out. Monica, a hummingbird. She can watch over thousands of things at once. And she is an angel. Oh. The soul and heart of the police department. She is a hummingbird, in theory, but many say she is a real angel who fell from the sky. When I used to come to the station daily, her presence was the sugar in my bitter morning coffee. Oh, everybody loves Monica. Don't be mean to Monica or else everyone will hate you. And here's Mort, who's a Komodo dragon. He is old and blind and an unrepairable wreck. And we've got Lucius Wolford Bloodboil. The chief is a real legend. He also hates me. Special feature. Hates me. Zip H. Murphy, raccoon, an old enemy who became a good friend over the years. Zip became friend. Marty, my partner, became enemy. Ooh, Clawville Police Department, the HQ department, aka the meat grinder. A huge dark building for shady people. And I don't necessarily mean those who are sitting in the jail. Oh. It is quite the lineup of people indeed. Let's close that. Oh, Let me just flick the light, turn it off on him. You can't shoot anymore if you can't see. Oh, keep your gun clean, Mr. Lawman. Who hung up this poster? It's so saucy.
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Come on, Marty.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Jesus, Marty already diving in with passive-aggressive comments. Come on, Marty. Don't you want to work together? Oh, nice like?
Marty, come on. Let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty. You shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
With, say, my little hole in my home. Man, what a cock. Ah, there it is. Don't worry, we've made other joke references about that too. Hello there, Keebs, and welcome to the stream.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
The way he said that, hell yeah, I remember. Oh my god, it was, woof. If only I shot better. Damn, then I really would have remembered it. Hell yeah. Real proud of the whole shooting him thing. Yep.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
Marty may have confessed to an attempted murder. He was trying to kill me, but he failed.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
See, if this is where he shot me at, then yeah, not far off from killing me.
What kind of case?
Well, you know the famous gangster. He spends all his time in the shooting range practicing now. He regrets the fact that he missed. Thus, he's always practicing to make sure it doesn't happen again. Hello there, GLRP, and welcome to the stream.
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Oh.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
Ooh, don't be such a tease, Sonny. You don't have to say any more. I'll join you.
That's it?
Hell yeah.
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me.
Nothing goes on around in this joint. I need action.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Can I bring my shotgun along? Hell yeah! No, Mari, you don't need to bring your shotgun. Oh, man. I don't know if I trust this guy. He seems a little trigger happy, certainly.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
He fucking has names for all of his guns.
All right, Susie can come.
Holy shit.
That's what I want to hear.
Oh my god, see, look at this pose. Oh yeah, I'm ready to shoot a bitch. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wowee, brother. Hell yeah. Susie is his Gatling gun. Oh my god. Imagine me saying you can't bring your shotgun. Gatling gun, however? Hell yeah. He's a real bird of action. Truly. Oh my god, I love this. Where's Marty? We got new information on him over here. Okay. We've been partners for almost 10 long, hard years. Well, we were, because now he's only helping me unofficially until I wrap up this case. Marty is a hothead with a hard fist, but he's loyal until the end, and I can count on him in every way. Especially if guns are in the picture, as we've just kind of found out with the fact he's naming all of them. That's when he reveals his true self, a gun maniac. And that's when I don't ever want to get in his way. Not anymore, at least. Oh my god, how come this game lets you have 2 cocks? It's because they really... Oh no. They really like to give it to you. Seemed a little too easy to recruit Marty. Would have liked a little more, but it keeps the story moving. Yeah, I imagine that's probably partially why it was so easy to bring him along. Is that way you're not just... Because it's really early on in the game, it might be a little bit much for you when you don't really know that much about the characters in the first place, for your guy to be trying to convince him. Because then I don't really know the story between them, so if I was convincing them, it would just be me reading a bunch of text rather than choosing options, because it doesn't really make much sense. Can you have a hat for your cock in this game? I think you would look dapper in a cock fedora. Maybe. I don't really know how well a hat would fit on these cocks anyway with their combs. But hello there, Shy Guy, and welcome, and thank you for following GLRP. Appreciated. Okay, so now that I've recruited Marty, let's take a peek at his guns real quick. Linda?
Hey, there were 4 weapons here. Where are the others? You're not bringing them with you, I hope.
He's actually just standing there, 4 guns, 3 guns strapped to his back or something. He's like, what? I can't bring all of them?
Well, we're going to a bar, aren't we?
That's exactly what he's thinking. He's like, what? I'm bringing all of the guns? Hello? Why would I leave any behind? They just get lonely.
Yeah, that's the point.
And? What?
A buffalo killer and 2 handguns? We're only there to sniff around, not start a goddamn war.
Oh, Sonny, you're such a buzzkill.
Ah, war, bar, what's the difference? And it's freaking New Year's Eve, right?
I love Marty.
Of all that's furry, you know what? I don't even care.
That's the spirit.
Oh, that's the spirit, all right. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
No,
You're right.
practice in the dark. Whoop. Oh, ooh, oh. I wonder if this is sort of a mix, if this is just straight sort of a minigame, or if this is actually applicable for later on. I don't know. Get a hint? Is this gonna explain to me how this works? Aim your gun at enemies and avoid shooting the hostages. Simple as that. Shooting enemies increases your points and remaining time, while hitting hostages does the opposite. It's all up to you. Choose wisely and fire away. Choose wisely. Phrased like that, it's like, make sure you're choosing to shoot the enemies and not the hostages. And thank you for following, Fox of Eden. Appreciated. You'll need to reload your gun after 6 shots, just like in the westerns, but even faster. Well, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. The animals too. Uh-oh. Oh, alright, right click to reload. Got it. I love that sad chicken lady holding baby. Oh, reload. Dang it, missed. Alright, I need to keep in mind how many bullets I have. Oh geez, they're really coming out now. Nope, I missed him. Oh, that lady just jumped right in front of that other criminal guy. That's not very safe, ma'am. Oh, see? That lady just completely popped out. Excuse me. Oh, high scores, huh? Well, I just made 4th there. Marty got 10K. Bosco, 6.2. Moses, 5.5. And then there's me. Let's try... I'm gonna do this again one more time. I'm not surprised he's at the top of the board. Yeah, if he's spending literally all his time just hanging around, it's time to play until I get 11K. I gotta beat him. Come on. Marty will always be cooler than you when it comes to guns. Yeah. All right. Shit. Oh no, I've shot the elephant man! He's dead! I killed him! Ah. Nope, missed. I wonder if location that I hit the enemies at makes a difference or not. Also interesting, because I didn't get any of the elephants last time, but I am this time. So, that's interesting. Nope. Oh, no, chicken lady, how could you do this to me? She did it again, just diving right out in front. These madmen hostages. It's like they want to be shot or something. Oh, oh, oh. That's right. I got the exact same score that Marty did. But for whatever reason, it removed him. He doesn't exist anymore. He didn't even get knocked down to 2nd place. He's just gone. Well then, I guess I'll go ahead and leave the shooting range if I've beaten him. Marty, you better get shooting, because I just beat you. Who is this Marty? Heck if I know. Lights off. Let's roll,
drink
Marty.
Coffee? Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
Oh, and cigarettes. And other kinds of drugs. Many kinds, in fact. I could list them all off here, but we won't worry about that. Also, some bad eating habits. That's a poison, too. I stop at, like, fast food places way too often. Constantly just eating snack food. That's not very healthy, you know? I don't really exercise very often. And then he just keeps listing them off.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hop dog. I'm
Hop
in.
dog?
Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
See? Marty, he's too good.
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Marty just shooting everybody down.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty, with a different Sonny.
Well, all right. To the city then.
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Oh?
Not so little, and it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Is he normally not here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
No, we're gonna have to talk to the chief. No. He also takes actual poison, too. You know, to make him more resistant. Yeah, I mean, probably most of the officers around here do that. Gotta build up that poison resistance. Make sure you take it regularly. And hello there, Kiwi Bazooka, and welcome to the stream.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
I never leave home without it.
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
I'm ready to shoot him if you are.
Oh, blood boil.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
I swear, I do love the mouth animation that they've got going for these characters.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Oh, nothing, nothing.
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
You know, maybe I should get like an earring or something to stick in the hole that I've got going here. It would be a nice piece of fashion, right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Exactly. A cock stud.
Hey, hey, hey. Careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
Look, I might get hostile and whatnot with my guns, but verbally, it's getting a little bit too much for me.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
I'm out for a smoke break. Yeah.
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Imagine calling your bird friends a feather pillow.
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
Come on, have a heart, blood
How
boil.
touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Oh, that was past times.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
See, blood boil, since he's not a chicken, does not say cluck off. He just says fuck straight up.
Look at these two simpletons.
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes.
God damn it.
For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them.
I already tried, but nothing happened.
Figures.
Oh,
How many
alright, let's
days
get in the
did we
car
have
and
our
get
first
moving, huh?
squad car?
About 3, I think, before we crashed into that tank of acid.
Tank of acid. I want to know more about
We?
that.
You crashed it. Don't blame it on me, Marty. I was unconscious, if I remember correctly.
Can we go back into the past and play as Sonny and Marty in their wild escapades during their cop youth?
And that's your problem, boss. You should be more careful with low-hanging concrete blocks next time.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that ever since. We can't avoid speaking with the chief first.
What?
And it would be nice to...
But didn't I talk to him already? That was blood boil, yeah? I talked to him. We'll go over
We're
and talk to
leaving,
Monica. It's
sweetheart.
probably the main core of what it's complaining to me about.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Because I still hate him and he still hates me.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Well, of course, especially if it involves weaponry.
Yep, that's true.
That's true. He's not wrong.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Pet me.
Yes, ma'am. Do you remember?
Time sure makes memories golden,
Oh,
huh?
we can get more lines of
Luckily,
dialogue
back
here?
then, he didn't have the power to fire us.
Also, it has some new little pieces of information it says up here, but I'm not quite sure where at. Oh! Here's one at least with the hot dog. Forgot it's Chicken Police Day. How are things so far? Great. This game so far? Great. Hot dog. The place is famous for its exceptional coffee and the exceptionally frequent whims that take place around it. Well, it's not an insurance of life. Operating any joint outside of Roachtown. I bet it would have more on Blood Boil now, right? Here we go. He is my boss and the living statue of justice. He is tough, ruthless, and above all, unbribable. And, of course, he is a racist bastard. But still, I don't want to be here when he retires, to witness how chaos devours Clawville for good. Alright, so now we've got the Czar Club, Hotel Atlas, Hot Dog, and see, these ones are the timed events, but then it's the Czar Club that's the main. And I do want to go down to Hot Dog at the least, because I would like to see the conversation tree with Sonny and Marty. Let's go.
The hop dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog, like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
Sonny just stands around to himself monologuing all the time, and that was always a big complaint from Marty. He was always going, Sonny, please, you're monologuing to yourself again. So in actuality, Sonny has been over here saying all of this out loud, but like sort of quietly to himself. So they stepped out of the car and he was like looking up at the sign, the hot dog was the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes, and Marty's over there like, Sonny, I can't believe you're still doing this. And nothing like a hard-boiled cop story. Comedy gold. Thank you, chat. Something something neon god dog. Something something plastic burger. We don't serve. Oh. We don't serve bugs. Oh. Racism.
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is Bad Luck.
That's for sure.
Oh, he's got some tattoos on his hand and arms there.
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
We walk in. Hi, guys. Now leave. I'd rather have no business than have you guys here.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
When they're always shooting up the joint, yes!
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
And I've got 3 on my back, Marty responds.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
Uh-oh. Do you think there's normal, like, you could say, less evolved type Like just a normal chicken. Does that exist in this world? Because otherwise, we don't really have wings here. It kind of looks like Marty over here does have some feathers popping out at his wrist, maybe? Because I wonder if anyone actually has wings and if anyone can actually fly. This extends to bugs too. Do you think there's any, like, bee people with wings that could fly around? Do they eat humans? Really, the question is partially a do normal humans even exist in this world? Or is it all human-animal hybrid people? I mean, they have hot dogs and burgers. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily imply that there's normal non-anthro cows in this world, now does it? They could still just be eating cow people. I think the bugs are more likely because wings are located on their back, not replacing the arms. I can see the same thing, but again, since we're not exactly seeing a huge amount of animal features beyond, like, their head, there were those porcupine hedgehogs that did have quills on their back, and he does have some longer nails, but we're not seeing anything too much more extreme, so I don't know. By extension, would it be like just a bee head with some hands coming out? Human with bee head? Similar questions like with Aviary Attorney, though this world's tossing it up a little bit more with the fact there are also bug people too.
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, huh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out, brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
A cat lady?
It's always about a lady.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
There is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor, like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in.
Oh, new function, ask. All right, here we go. Let's see, we're gonna have some new information in here. I also like that they do have just a sketch of Natasha. I assume because we haven't actually met the people, Natasha and Ibn, yet, so they just get sketches rather than a photograph. So here is Zip, H. Murphy, raccoon, an old enemy who became a good friend over the years. I guess we already had him, but now we just have some extra little pieces here. He used to be a small-time criminal, but the underworld pushed him out. Now he makes the best coffee in the whole city, in a run-down roadside rest area. Oh, and he also proved to be a rather useful police informant. And he's getting old. He still has his connections. It's worth questioning him about everything, but time has had its way with him too. As it has with everything. Is it gonna have extra info on Ivan here? Yes, he's been acting quite strange recently, as if he was trying to withdraw from his own shady businesses to live a simple life with simple pleasures. That wouldn't be a problem in itself, but this just isn't like him. Ooh, we've also got a new little newspaper clipping. Mongrel Mick. Mick the Marauder. Mick is one of the most infamous henchmen of Ivan Wessler, known by many rather scary nicknames, thanks to his cruel nature. Sonny and Marty have crossed paths with Mick before, and it took a lot of effort to get out of those encounters with feathers intact. Mardar? Oh, man. Oh, man. Fly with me, baby. Caston Mavis, the new star of rock and roll.
Look at the ladies over here cheering. Oh, he's so hot.
And voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
Let's look. Then we've got jukebox. And, oh, doodles, huh? Hang on.
What insight?
Fuck the king. Where all the colors go?
Well, that's a good question, pal.
Chet, where all the colors go? They're missing. They're lost. Everything's just black and white. Where colors go?
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
He puts in some special ingredients.
As always.
Alright, Zip. Time to ask some questions. Ooh, so we can ask about the Czar Club, Hot Dog, Hobart, Ivan Wessler, Natasha, and Zip. I guess we'll just start from... I assume we can ask about everything,
Have you ever
right?
been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Oh?
Business affairs, right?
So Natasha wasn't always the owner of the club.
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I've got to say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Still not busy, though.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Yeah, rude, excuse me. They're not the same thing.
Whatever.
Oh! Rude.
Sonny, watch your beak.
See? Even Marty agrees.
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball.
Imagine Sonny here, working at this little joint alongside Zip. They could be little restaurant buddies.
So Ribbon's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
Sonny, I don't know if you should be the one talking. It sounds kind of like you always are in a poetic mood.
You're one to talk, by the way.
See? Marty agrees.
Huh? Why?
Sonny responds after having monologued while outside.
So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
Aren't all women?
What woman isn't that?
See? He agrees.
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
Ugh, how rude. That's all of the questions I can ask from him, though. I guess then... Will we get a different dialogue tree if I just
Natasha's
speak
a
now?
mysterious woman. A real cursed jewel, if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the Millions almost immediately.
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice. Makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
And exactly how was
I
it?
can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Tsar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
She got Evan to buy the place for her. She took ownership, spruced it all up.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mob.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder ring a bell?
Ah, it is Marauder. Did they misspell it then in that little clipping that I got?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Time to start working here as an employee.
Okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluckin' will.
Oh, what? Hang on. Blood Boil over there just straight up said fucking, but Zip over here still said clucking.
Thanks, pal.
Oh, Marty responded so friendly there. Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll head out then. What? Oh, okay. So now you can see what a bug person looks like. This here's a fly guy.
Hey, pal.
Oh my god. They are way more bug-like than the animal people are animal-like.
Can you hear me?
I guess he doesn't want to talk to me then. Fly in the soup. Ooh, chicken police story, huh? Intriguing. What if the fly guy read this and was made very upset and recognized us from that book and now doesn't want to speak to us?
Did this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could. Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird.
Okay. Do we have additional pieces of information then? Her employer currently... Oh, hang on. I looked at, on accident, Deborah. I want to look at Natasha. She was the singing sensation of the Millions and later became the owner under Ivan's patronage. Not much is known of her past before this, though. Where did Natasha come from? She just kind of popped up out of nowhere, huh? Well, let's head down to the Tsar Club. Oh, this is not the Tsar Club. There's also some bullet holes in the building there. This is the Tsar Club. Let's go, Marty.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown.
What if Sonny was saying all of this out
city's
loud?
heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha.
Ooh.
Cops were never welcomed at places like this.
Unfortunately, because they're always a
Hope
good
we were too late for
time.
the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
This bird mountain is like Marty, super big and really buff or something.
This is the famous Tsar Club.
I guess he does look like he's a little bit taller than Sonny. And his shoulders do look particularly broad, so Marty over here is, like, huge and muscular.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first, we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Whoa, Sonny.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Marty, that sounds very sarcastic.
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
I'm scandalized. Yes, you could say he is a big cock. I'm not saying anything like that ever again. The joke's just constantly riding along there. And then you say them and you're like, I couldn't resist, but I regret it. I regret it anyway.
As you say, Boss Bird.
This bouncer guy also looks very large. Oh, look! There's Lewis. Hey, Lewis. What are you doing over here? Oh, I can't talk to him. I can only look.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name?
Party doesn't even remember.
Lamar? No, Liam.
I still regret my cock hat joke. Don't worry, Shy Guy. During the intro sequence, I even made the passing joke of if he had a hat, it would be a cock hat. So, it's cool.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Yes. I think so anyway.
Or kill him for it.
Yeah, that'd probably be more fitting for Marty.
Mind, boss.
See? Marty even agrees. Yeah, I'd rather you be dead too. The wild new show tonight. My city is on fire. Huh. I guess we'll just go ahead and go straight up and talk to the bouncer here.
Howdy, pal.
Hey, I'm here for the show. We're just coming in to normal patrons. Nothing's unusual or police-like about us. Don't recognize either of us, okay? So what happens when they eat burgers in this universe? Are they made out of cows? Or are they human burgers? That's why I asked about too while we were inside of the hop dog.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
So polite.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
And then we show him our gun.
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
I like he doesn't even think of... Sonny over here heavily implying like, so how much money do you want? And then innocent bouncer over here, always playing by the rules, just goes, okay, of course. Are you on the list? Innocent.
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Hell, guess it's time to break in.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Oh, new function ask. Okay, let's ask him about police badge, Lewis and Natasha.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I am strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Okay, I'll be honest. I was hoping this badge would work and get me in. It's not. I'm not actually a cop. This is from a cereal box. See, let me pull it off. I tug it off the wallet and I hand it out to him. It's fake, even. See, I'm not a cop. This bouncer is incredibly polite. I like this bouncer.
Listen here, you cow. Do you have any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Marty, I thought you were the nice one.
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I get the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
So the bouncer did recognize us the entire time, so he probably knew we were cops anyway. Yep, Featherland and McChicken.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, not the books again.
Oh, haunts poor Sonny over here. He doesn't really care for the books, I guess.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
Also, like, notice the height and size difference between them.
What did you just say?
Oh, Marty, however, does not mind a battle. Oh.
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. And thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
That's what he thinks, Marty says, whipping out his weaponry and just shooting him straight up and then casually walking into the joint, leaving Sonny standing there in shock and awe. How would the bouncer go up against Bertha? I guess we'll never know because we didn't let Marty take Bertha along.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen, and forgive me for my austere composition.
Susie, however, whipping out his cock.
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Ooh.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
Well, who else?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
Well, alright, you got me. I know that one.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Alright, well, that's all we could ask of him right now. So, Lewis. I hear you're a frequent visitor of the club.
Friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Ugh, Lewis. He's so excited to meet Marty, too.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
He's too nervous to correct Marty on the name, saying it incorrectly. He's like, Lawrence, and he's like, Lawrence, so, I can't correct Marty. No, he's like my hero, one of my heroes. I love him. I can't correct him over his mistake. Oh.
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
And hello there, Slime, and welcome to the stream.
I see. That's a team.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
I love Lewis. I like the stuttering they gave him.
Okay then, catch you later, pal.
Well, I don't know if we can have Lewis to help me sneak in then. How about
Honestly,
Stork Lady?
I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Shallow.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
Of course, I'm Sonny. I'm always
It's
deep.
not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Oh, all I say is bullshit around here, alright? Don't think anything I say is meant to be truly intelligent.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Uh-oh.
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Or maybe it, too, was just more bullshit.
Amazing. Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
No.
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Oh, of course. When you could read about your own exploits all the time. Stop writing about you and the quality goes down.
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
The glory days, yeah.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
I'm laughing. I'm yucking it up over here. I'm clucking it up over here. Clucking doesn't have to just be fuck, right? It said I had a new little piece of information. It would be convenient if, because they do this in a lot of other games, how they'll have little markers that say like new, or they'll have it over here also and it'll be like new. It'd be nice if this also had that information, so it'd be easier to navigate to where the new tidbit comes up. But here's probably where it's at. So, the Clawville Chronicle is the most read and highest quality newspaper in the city. It's so famous that it's also being read beyond Clawville's borders, and not just in the colonies. This was the paper that first published an article about the two heroic roosters, aka the Chicken Police. The article was written by Timothy Saltwater, the Seagull journalist who has since become somewhat of a legend himself. Alright, anything else to look at? It doesn't seem like it.
That fella's built like a brick shithouse. I don't think we'll be able to just sneak past him.
We just need to start a little distraction, like, I don't know, over here, over here.
Wanna bet?
Oh, Marty says, raising up his fists.
Not today, Marty. Remember, we must avoid suspicion.
Okay. No trouble. I get it.
Marty's raring to go. He seems like he's always raring to go. There is no fight that Marty isn't ready for.
It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
Oh, he did bring Bertha.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Nothing. Just the wind.
Marty says, quickly hiding away his entire shotgun out of view.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
He's a fighting cock. Oh my god. Oh, Sonny, of course I didn't. You told me not to.
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot would bring a shotgun to a club?
Come on, Sonny.
Was that a rhetorical question?
Oh.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Averia.
I just found out that cockfighting is done with chickens. 15 months training down the drain, Slime says, zipping up his pants. Hill.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Someone donated that to someone a few years back and he fucking lost it. Oh my god. Yeah, especially if that catches you completely off guard. It becomes very fitting at the moment, seeing as we're playing Chicken Detective, that it's somewhat on topic anyway. But if it came up straight out of the blue, my god.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
True, and also the robot voice, since a lot of streamers do have that set up too. Oh my god. Well, can I ask anything else, Bouncer? No. We'll talk to him then.
Just one more thing. This list of yours, where should we sign up again?
Where can we sign up to be put on the list, please? I'd like into the club too. Where do I sign up?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
Oh, maybe we could go ask Lewis about it, though.
You hear that,
seeing as
Sonny?
he's on the list.
I do, Marty. I do.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
That's a very different line of dialogue. Gonna stick my spur in this guy.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight. Anyway, thanks, pal.
All right, Lewis,
Look,
can you help
Lewis,
us out?
That bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
You are right. I was surprised. That bouncer's such a good guy. I love him.
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
And we need to be.
Oh, I see.
Ooh. I see.
Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
I love Lewis. Oh
Much
my
obliged,
god.
pal.
I love all of the characters so far in this game. I like the sort of speech patterns that they gave him. They all have very clear, distinct personalities. It's great.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Whoa! Such disrespect. First Lawrence and now Bunny?
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
What? Marty?
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Naturellement, sir.
Naturellement, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, Lewis.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Bye, Lewis. We're just gonna head in the club now, okay? I'll see you around.
The jazz overwhelmed us.
Ooh.
There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Czar. Well, here we are.
Saying as I'm constantly drinking, Marty's like, Sonny, you're doing it again. You're monologuing out loud. You need to stop. Please, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Yeah, as long as we can head back to your place afterwards.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Oh, I always think he's holding a gun in that shot. Clearly, every time you see their hands get tucked away, they're actually reaching around to grab for their guns.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Ooh, it was fake before. Ah. Wow, check out this guy. Big buck. Fox fella. Don't care about them. Henchman, oh. Lots of posters. Hang on. The loudest howl. He has the case. He has the girl. He has the gun. He is the Alpha. Hell. Oh, also, the rabbit lady's face over here. That's right, I've got the girl. Oh my god. What about this one? Hicks Poodle, Claire Turmoil, and a Shiny, and Murder My Tweet. These are definitely all, like, parodies of actual movie posters. Definitely. And movie posters. Oh my god. Check out the mane on that bartender. Ooh. Fancy whiskey. Very different from the cheap whiskey I've got back at my place. This guy? I have no idea who he is, but he's looking at us dead on. We also got waitress. There's the stage. I am definitely gonna talk to Big Buck over here.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
I like both of them standing like this. Oh no, where is Natasha? We can't find her. We're looking around.
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Comedy gold. Thank you, Sonny. He's got it. He's got the puns too. Just beyond the clucking.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
Oh. I don't want it. Fucking hell. Okay. Who are you? We're looking at him, I guess.
There's Filmar.
Oh. Oh.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
Sonny doesn't sound like he likes him very much.
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Kind of like aviary? Avian?
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Well, let me look at my new log that I've definitely got for him. There we go, there's Filmar. Elkin. Wow. Name? Filmar Law. It puts in quotation marks. An absolutely average, forgettable guy. And my old acquaintance from Averia. Special feature. Average. Forgettable. My special feature is average and forgettable. Hi, Filmar.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Who are you again? Oh.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Holy shit. He's got quite the voice.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Filmar Lowe.
Woof, Sonny, harsh.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Turkey man? Turkey man? Oh my god. Oh yeah, it would be like JJ over here too, huh? Since JJ was the Falcon too. I also like it's the Feather Pillow Mafia. Holy shit.
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
Alright, come on. I didn't have the best names, okay? Mr. Turkey Man. I was proud of that one in my youth, but yeah, you're right. It a little bit on the nose, maybe.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Does that make us the cop with the eye patch? I think it would probably place us maybe a little bit closer to the other prosecutor guy. Seeing as, well, it's almost like a mix between them. Yeah, I don't want to be Cocorico. Yeah, we do know how Cocorico ended in that game. Though, then Marty wouldn't mind.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
That's right. We came into this bar explicitly to beat people up. Thank you.
Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
I don't know. They keep insulting each other over their appearance, but they all look fine to me.
5 feet tall, half of that legs, angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
I like Philmar just completely accepting when we're like, hey, we're actually here to meet the owner. And he's like, yeah, well, that's pretty rough.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Philmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You won't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Oh, so the owner is a dog? As they might say, more like the opposite of that.
Good to see
So
you.
the owner is a dog, rough?
We'll be back.
Hill slime. Uh-oh. I think that was Ivan. Where is he? Oh, Olivia. And yep, that's Ivan. This stream has corrupted me.
You can't stay away from the puns around here.
That woman with Ibn. I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Well, as if you know a dame as hot as that, Marty.
Isn't that?
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
We do kind of stick out now, don't we?
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
Now time to just go straight up and talk to him. You know, be real discreet.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
Do you know her? You do know her?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Oh no.
Are you talking to me?
Apparently.
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Really, Marty? You're just gonna straight up and say that now? Ibn definitely knows who we are, or at least who you are. Just...
Be real discreet. Don't let them know. Stay incognito.
Marty, the fool, walks up to lady that's with Ibn and declares, "Hey, I'm Marty McChicken."
Oh, God.
Cute rat friend, he's adorable. It's true. Look at Ibn over here. Just imagine him in a little hat. Oh.
What a pleasant surprise.
Oh my God.
The Rooster Coppers in person.
Oh my God.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police.
Of course,
Your
of
partner
course.
is, he is,
The forgettable one, eh? So many good accents, yeah.
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
You're the one that doesn't matter as much. Everybody cares way more about Sonny over here, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Ibn says, pushing him out of the way.
Hello, boys.
Olivia's very curt over there. She's like, I don't really want to talk to them, Ibn. Can you tell them to go away? I don't care. For them.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Came up to say hi, hello. We both grab chairs and pull them over and sit down, and we figured we'd have a nice meal with you guys, you know? Why not?
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Well, now Sonny is just gonna go straight bulldozing in. All right.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail
What?
thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Real discreet, Sonny.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
The balls on this cock. Yeah, they gotta be huge. Nice cocks? I agree. Look at them over there. Very good. One on the left here, strong and powerful, upright. Over here. I cannot believe this. Here we have earlier on with Deborah being like,
Natasha's hiring you because she wants you to be very discreet and secretive.
so I am coming out here for her on her behalf to, you know, emphasize the discretion you should be taking. And then these couple of cocks over here just come barreling in, heading straight over to Ibn. Hey, Ibn, what's up? We're here about blackmail and your girlfriend. We've got a little bit of questioning to do now. Noir discreet is pretty much this, though. Nuance escapes them. Wah, wah, wah.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
No. This, I cannot stop. Hamtaro. I will always remember being child, and there was the Hamtaro show that came out, or anime, and I remember it being on TV. Wasn't allowed to watch it for reasons, but I'll always remember, like, the part of the theme where it's like, Hamtaro, we're best friends. When we work together, it's much better. And the like. But I have no idea what the show itself was really about because I didn't really watch it. But I can't remember if it was GBA or GBC, but there was a Hamtaro game that was way better than it deserved to be. It's always interesting how that happens too when there's game renditions of movies or shows or the like, and they actually turn out to be very good, because usually they're complete trash garbage. Oh gosh, that was the name of that show? Yes, just straight Hamtaro. By the way, hello there, Dark Teller, and welcome to the stream. I don't like the human hands more than the human heads. Or than the animal heads. Yeah, it looks interesting, the pairing of just straight up seeing very human, boom, animal. There's a little bit more of a degree of separation, I guess you could say, when they're over here wearing gloves. But when there's not any glove on, But yeah, the very second I saw the Hamtaro there, it's just like instantly flashback to them.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
I'm a little bit suspicious of Ibn. He's a little bit up front. He's almost too accommodating right now, too friendly.
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
What? Oh man, I love this sketch. Good old Filmar must know something about Natasha that could be important for the case, but he won't talk until I meet her. He seemed a bit nervous. It must be something really significant. Alright, let's see, do we have anything new about Ibn? No. Those were the same 2 bits of information. However, now we do have Olivia Blackwig. A crow. Unusually tall and slim for a crow. She is quiet and mysterious. And hello there, RRCPF, and welcome to. That was a good drawing of Filmar. I mean, even the sketches they had for Ibn and Natasha over here, also very good. Corvid's just doing whatever the heck they want. Yep, those crows just doing as they please. Ooh, Averia, a country inhabited exclusively by birds. It's a picturesque, modern place, governed by a democratic parliament. It's bordered by 2 seas, and its economy is built mostly on air transport, commerce, and its aerial military. Exclusively by birds. The country is on neutral terms with almost every other nation, except for the Great Meat War, had kept this standpoint all throughout known history. The Meat War? I don't know if I like the sound of that. So Switzerland, but with birds? Perhaps so. Alright, let's ask Ibn then.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
Come on, don't beat around the bush, okay? And hello there, Calamite, and welcome to the stream.
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
I say, pulling out my gun. Oh, alright. Ooh! Now we are allowed to question him. That's gonna be the second person we can question now.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately. My career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
You know, one thing led to another, and then bada bing, bada boom, bang, I'm a huge gangster ruling the city underground.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Yeah, whatever, Olivia.
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
Shoes lead to crime.
I'm sorry if I
well-known
offended you, Mr.
fact.
Wessler.
That's why
Shall
feet
we
are
talk
illegal.
about something else?
How do you walk from one place to another? Shoes. Walk down the street, straight to Crime Road.
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, Detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
What are you trying to imply, Ibn?
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Look, Detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Well, who else? You're the only one here.
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
That's not very long.
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
Sure. Every question's just, because I can ask, not to garner any important information at all. I say, jotting information down into my notebook.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive her, Detective. Olivia's a real firecracker.
Ibn is such moderator over here, with Olivia getting a little bit heated, angry, us over here making maybe a little bit of a rude remark or two, and Ibn just being like, oh, it's fine, Olivia. Oh, it's fine, detectives. Friendly mob boss.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Alright, we're back to questioning, which means we get that full frontal cock again. Hobart Ibn Wessler. Focus. Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet. Impressions? Tricky. Detective meter? Uh-oh. On the negative side. How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
I didn't really care. We get blackmailed all the time around here, so it's just another day for me, really.
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
See? There you go.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
It's true. Usually, if you're blackmailing someone, you say, here's this thing, this classified information about you. And if you want that information to go away, do this thing over here. If they haven't had this thing over here yet, it's not really much of blackmail and is kind of just on the course of a threat.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
Unless there were demands, and Natasha has just not told Ibn what they are exactly.
No, not quite.
I ask him one question, so is that all you want to know?
I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't realize this was going to involve several questions. Why didn't you just call the police? Looks at camera. Why did a mob boss not just call the police? And hello there, Twitchy, and welcome to the stream.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Says mob boss again? Excuse me. I mean, good mob bosses control the police. That is a fair point. Still, I feel like just straight up calling them, maybe not the best. Oh my god, I had to do it to him pose. Hill.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
Are there currently meat substitutes, or are they coming up with a new type of meat substitute product? Like, is this brand new? Or is it just an alternate kind? Like, yeah, tofu. Does tofu already exist, or some kind of tofu-y thing? Or other meat substitute? And is Ibn just coming up with a completely new one? I don't know.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
Well, if you're just providing the monetary investments, it does make sense that you're not going to be, like, completely knowledgeable about the subject. However, if he's phrasing it like this, then it might be the case that she knows a lot about meat
That's
substitutions. Okay, so we've got impressions: tricky, mistrustful, and secretive. So not too far off from what Deborah was kind of like too. She was doubtful and hiding something. We already know that this place does not belong to him, so it doesn't really make sense to ask this question. So I feel like maybe with his impressions being kind of mistrustful, secretive, tricky, we don't want to ask him anything up front, I feel like, because he's not going to give us upfront answers anyway.
You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler, though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business, and even happier to talk about art. But I'm no fan of interrogation on a night out. Are you even on duty?
We're coming out here to straight question you, a mob boss. That seems like kind of an intense thing if we were on duty,
for
right?
Any offense, Mr. Wessler. Let's talk about something
Uh-oh,
else.
that means that's going to be a negative for
Wessler
sure.
is tougher than I thought.
Oh.
And he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Yeah, so it's the opposite of what we were doing with Deborah, where we wanted to be a bit more straightforward. With Ibn over here, we need to be a lot more cautious. That question was not one that was good to ask, so we want to be very cautious. So similar incidences in Natasha's past, maybe not great. See, he's also quick-tempered, so we don't want to ask him anything that might upset him either.
Do you spend a lot of your time here?
It's a strange question, you know.
Humor me.
Well, of course I spend a lot of time here. I'm here every time Natasha performs. Sadly, yeah, it's getting rarer.
He loves Natasha. He always wants to watch her because he cares. He wants to support her.
Is it compatible with your other businesses?
Huh? What? Writing threatening messages and hiding them?
What?
I didn't say that.
What? Your other businesses? I don't know how that would imply, like, the threats and the like.
You're sly for a foul featherland. But this ain't your territory, is it?
I guess not, Mr. Wessler.
Uh-oh, is that another? No, that is a positive. Whew. Ibn, more like simp. Oh, no. What? Ibn just cares about Natasha. Please. Please. Start talking straight. If I'm wanting to beat around the bush, I don't think just going up and say, start talking straight is really, beating around the bush. I think you mean simpin, like Ibn. Unbribable isn't uncorruptible. Money isn't the only leverage. It's true. It's true.
Business going well, Mr. Wessler?
Depends on which one.
This is why I invest in many of them, so if one goes foul, I've still got something else to fall back on.
Real estate, catering, charity, protection, extortion, bribing cops, contraband. The usual.
Look, that's a lot of businesses to go over, Sonny.
Funny guy.
How are the casinos?
Fine, thank you. Gambling has always been a good business. Luck is expensive around here.
Damn, if only I knew that. I heard gambling was illegal.
Whoa, what?
And I've heard you're not on the force at the moment.
True, I'm also off here. I am here, off duty
Then it
also.
seems we have a fair fight.
On uneven ground, Mr. Featherland. I'm not sure I'd stand on it for long, if I were you.
Uh-oh, threats.
That was candid.
I try to be clear.
Except when I'm being secretive.
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you?
Oh,
Understandable.
okay, I guess that's straightforward.
Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. If you know what I mean.
Our relationship is stable and perfect. How's our relationship? Absolute perfection. Thank you.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean.
There is
Mr.
no
Westlaw.
issues in our relationship.
So,
Thanks.
You have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
It would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
Here we go, Chet. It's time to be ruthless. We're gonna hit him hard now. The mob boss and the pussycat, huh? How did you even meet? Would you be willing to testify at the station? This question just goes straight for the jugular. Ask him about testifying. Hell. I feel like this one is a lot more straightforward. This one, however, probably also a bit on the ruthless side, maybe? Seeing as we just asked about his relationship, maybe we'll go for that first option, too.
Pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out?
Oh, no, of course not. No.
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
Oh, we ran into each other so many times, you see.
You don't remember? That's strange.
Yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer.
This
Behind the
text
scenes,
is
I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
Well, that's how apparently she got control. Holy shit. Yeah, what a gift. Swing and a miss, though, for the text, because it was not scrolling quite right.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
There are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
It's just like the comments made for yesterday's stream. If only romance worked like in Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, where you just romance people by throwing gifts at them. Boom. Threw an entire ownership of this building business at the lady and boom, romanced.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Goldtown. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
I mean, emotional support and physical intimacy is a gift, I guess? Nah, not close enough. More like the club, and it's gotta be worth at least 4 hearts indeed.
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Alright, so then our 2 options here are, so Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone? Is she completely alone when she's there at the weekend? Okay, so he's tricky, mistrustful, secretive, quick-tempered, and our focus here is trying to be specific and ruthless. So... What is more ruthless? What's more specific here? I'm being very specific in how Natasha's probably feeling and the fact that she's leaving the house. But then kind of also pinpointing over here how she's totally unguarded here? I think the top one would piss him off. This does sound like it would be more along those lines. He's maybe even being so much as a, what, you think she's not got some kind of protection by me?
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
You gotta schmooze the people you work with, you know?
Illegal gambling nights.
Oh, yeah.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Just like the game subtitle. Paint it red! Oh my god!
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
And that paint, even, that was painted on her building, they said was red too.
So,
everything.
Can we meet your lady?
All about the red.
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Oh my god, are we gonna get to hear her sing? Alright, here we go for questioning. Oh man. Another very good work. 90% accuracy, 9 questions asked. Final thoughts. The legendary chicken police back in action, still a bit wearied but untarnished. Important clue. Ibn's trying very hard to change the subject when it comes to the threats. He obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. Excellent. True detective again.
We'll be seeing you.
What a gamer. Thank you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
I think really, though, you mean, what a detective? Because those were questions we were asking him because we are a detective.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Olivia is completely uninterested in talking to Marty. She's completely blowing him off. Oh. Marty's so disappointed over there. He's like, oh. But Olivia, so crestfallen.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Oh shit, here we go. We're not sitting, though. It looked more like we were standing. Ooh, this zoom. Whoa, okay, yeah. Oh, no! I think he just fell for her. That's gonna complicate things. Oh, look at that smoke. Sans. Uh-oh.
Sonny. Sonny.
It's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, man. That was great. And now I get, yep, DMCA'd over it. Rip, I'm gone forever. That was great. I like as he started, like, passing out or getting way sucked into the song, and Marty's like, Sonny, are you okay? I also like, yeah. Right now, the only thing with color. Sonny. Falling for Natasha.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
But you can call me Sonny if you like. Oh.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
What does that mean?
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Ibn over here kind of jealous of the little, like, conversational piece they're having. He's like, but Natasha, don't forget about me. Please?
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
Little bit on the nose there, Natasha. Thank you.
But of course.
She said the word.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
That's what you think, Marty. I say, and then Marty pulls out Big Bertha and starts shooting around too. I see she's a fan of pointing too. Sonny and Natasha, soulmates now confirmed.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny.
Ooh.
You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Ooh, just Sonny? No Marty coming along? Why? Certainly, Natasha.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting.
Ooh.
Go, before he comes back.
All right. And off we go.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin.
Woof,
But
woof, getting a little bit
I was a
steamy
cop.
there, Sonny.
And a lifetime wouldn't be enough to rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Ooh, the vapors. Whoa, okay, see, look at that over there. Saucy. Hey, Natasha. Hang on, what's this? This is a book. I take the book. The 7th rule of predation. Oh, another chicken police story. don't know if I like the look of that. Hi, Natasha. What do we got around here? Not much, huh?
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
Poisoned.
In a glass. Thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
How do you like your bourbon? In a glass. Classic.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
I'm laughing it up over here.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Lovely company.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
The funny guy. Oh, compliment. Compliment. We're close enough to one.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
I don't know. Seems a little bit overly familiar.
Okay, Sonny.
Funny looking. Oh.
So, why am I here?
Oh. I don't know. I think he's a pretty nice cock.
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
Not this guy over here.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Get it? Cause what he does best is drinking.
You do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
What, you didn't pick up on that earlier?
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop.
Act?
It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
Well, seeing as all I did was grab the comic off of your chair, maybe not exactly. And to load their thoughts and welcome to the stream.
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Whoa.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Whoa. Saucy. Means I've got... And now Natasha is a photograph rather than a little written blurb. Or a little sketch, I should say. Natasha is a mysterious woman indeed, and seems dangerous too, but she's undoubtedly in serious trouble. The question is she the source of the problem, or is it someone else? You think Natasha would purr? Well, if these animal people keep some of their animal traits, and she is a cat, it would make sense if she could purr. Seduce the cat? If only. Ibn was acting quite strange, and he hesitated when I mentioned how he met Natasha. It would be interesting to hear the story from another point of view, so perhaps then that means we are going to ask Natasha about how they met. And Ibn's currently busy with some kind of meat substitute business. That's what he and his assistant told us, anyway. And here's for more clues. Ibn's trying very hard to change the subject when it comes to the threats. He obviously knows more than he's willing to tell. I really like when it does all caps. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the famous gangster Ibn Wessler. Yeah, like, I like how it gives R written. Ibn Wessler. Molly. He obviously knows more.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger.
Alright. Well, we only have one option at the moment. So right now the only impression then is confident.
That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
Natasha doesn't like to stay on the old. She's always got to be thinking of something new.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
And it seems like you're one of them too now. The picture on the wall is quite daring. Yeah. The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
Maybe aim for that instead of just looking over at the picture and go like, so that's like a nude, right?
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
Oh, see, she's pointing at us. There's that finger. She doesn't have the time because she's busy committing crime. Oh my god.
The kind with nice things.
No, villainous things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things. Just like you.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
Yes, I think you're suspicious. I grab her by the collar. Why are you suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Ooh, and mysterious. Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats? Or what can you tell me about Ibn Wessler? So, focus here is Natasha is confident. Exploit her confidence. This one's a little bit harder to decide between two. Anything that cute has an ulterior motive? Sonny's getting in too deep. Soon he's gonna drop an epic pickup line like nice shoes, wanna fuck? Oh, he doesn't beat around the bush. We can ask, focusing over on the threats. However, we did make the note in like our book about wondering how they met in the first place. So maybe we'll ask about
Ibn. Tell me about Ibn Wessler.
You should be more specific. What do you want to know?
-5. Okay, so we don't want to be vague or beating around the bush with her. Always ask straightforward questions. What? Insulting. Don't you think this is a cliched formula? The bimbo and the mob boss? How much do you know about Ibn's business dealings? How did you meet Ibn? Let's just be straightforward then and opt with the last one.
How did you meet Ibn, if I'm not too intrusive?
Of course you're intrusive, but I guess that's an occupational hazard.
As I said earlier.
Well, yes.
Maybe don't call her a bimbo unless you want to set her off.
I was a dancer here in the club, in Anita Jenkins' chorus. When she was in a good mood and allowed it, sometimes I even did her vocals for her, although she thought I was an upstart little whore.
Oh, rude. Oh wow, that was big points. +20. Don't you see a correlation between your partner's activity and the threats? If Ibn has anything to do with it, or how does Ibn treat you nowadays? This could be another kind of straightforward question. I don't know if I necessarily see, at this moment in time of the information we're kind of gathering, that there is necessarily a connection. And new impression, cold.
How does Ibn treat you nowadays?
Like a prince treats a princess. Maybe that sounds like a cliche.
But it does also sound accurate.
A little.
He holds me in the hollow of his hand. He always has. He's never hurt me. He couldn't. Recently, he's been a bit distracted and nervous, but there's heavy weight on his shoulders right now. That's why I didn't want to burden him with any of this.
She says after it was the case when I walked right up to him and was like, "So, your girlfriend's being blackmailed, eh?" +5. Probably another question to ask would have been better then.
Distant and nervous. Could you elaborate?
Ibn is devoted and attentive. He sends someone every hour to ask me if everything's all right. But I can't even remember a time when we were together. Just the two of us. Recently, he spends a lot of time here and in other clubs. When he's with me, he's nervous and preoccupied.
Maybe it's because he groups up with Natasha and is thinking about those threats and is quietly worried about her, but doesn't really want to lay that out.
Why is that? Don't you think it's strange?
I don't think it has anything to do with the threats. It started earlier.
Unless there's something regarding the threats that kind of was boiling under the surface earlier that you weren't aware of, perhaps?
Any ideas about a cause?
None. Maybe it's stress. Ibn's working on doing more and more of business legally. That's kind of hard for someone like him.
Is he trying to get himself out of the underworld?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's interesting. Thank you. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
Time to dig in. What if he as an Ibn was attempting to get out of the illegal underground? That way he could just swap and start a happy normal life with Natasha, because Ibn is actually like super into her and is like, I just want to live a happy life with you, Natasha. Normal, not dangerous, where you're not receiving threats all the time.
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
Oh, a new clue?
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
Well, you said the one lady was calling you a whore earlier.
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore.
Oh, yep, She's very straightforward about it. Sunny wasn't really wanting to just outright say it, I guess.
Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Yep.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Yep. She just... Woo, +20, bang, way up. Alright. Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you? I suggest you lie low. What about Filmar? Is he here because of you? No one's ever seen the culprit, not even a shadow? Why? This seems a little bit out of place. Why would I be asking about Filmar? I'm not sure if I should ask this first one because I'm kind of asking her opinion with what's going on. And I should be maybe keeping it like I have a little bit more power here. So, let's see over here. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know. And I guess what I want to know is some hint of who it might be.
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Even has men everywhere. Literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
What if it was her assistant lady?
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
Sonny says, thinking back to his wife Molly.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Oh, well, actually, back at the start of the game, when I took a glance over at my typewriter, I did consider the, idea of perhaps I should write a book.
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Oh, Sonny, don't lie.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police Pulp Fiction.
Where it's like an idea of you.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Furry hell? Furry hell.
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering.
We're that
even
popular.
As badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
Even though we had that one little clipping piece that made the comment of how we're kind of falling out of fashion and falling out of people's memory, apparently there's still plenty of people who do remember us and know about us and think we're the coolest. He's unable to escape the stories. Yeah, and it seems like on Sonny's side that he's not very into them. He's like, maybe I wish those could just disappear. Though it seemed like on Marty's half, he probably is into those books, seeing as he made the comment about the newspaper and was like, hell yeah, I remember when this was, good writings. When it wrote about us.
You enjoy it?
You read it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
I picked one up from her chair, so she would have been reading it very recently. Maybe this is the real trick of why she wanted our help, is because she read about us in the chicken police. So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect? I could just straight up ask her, just in general, who do you suspect? Or be a little more like just general, a dark shadow from the past, ex-lover, a husband maybe. As if implying that she must have been with somebody at some point.
So it's not a fan and not an inside job. Who do you suspect?
Aren't you supposed to know that?
Usually, yes. But I've got nothing to go on. And you don't have a hunch.
I should have asked the second
Maybe
question.
I do. But first, I want to know if you'll even accept my case.
I'm here, aren't I?
That's true, but I must know if I can trust you.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Okay.
I wish it was that simple.
But I've already eaten all of the pudding.
Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
I'm not a gamer. I'm a detective. It looks like that question also did not change the detectiving at all. So, stop beating around the bush. How do you know Molly? Let's jump back to that. Seeing as that was one of the big hooks of why I was like, okay, fine, I'll come here. And also, thank you for following. Squeak Endovan. Appreciated.
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
I'm gonna need you to provide me with some information so I can confirm this.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
Too late.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
That kind of seems like the case, seeing as Sunny earlier on there was kind of like, I don't know if I want to help you out. And then I read the name Molly on the picture that was provided there, and I was like, okay, alright, I guess I'll come help.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
Yep, there we go.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Not on me, anyway.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
And yet you did, too
You're
late.
right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
So, Natasha, that means I'm a little bit available. Wink, wink, wink. I'm willing to move on. Wink.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
Well, she's not responding back to that, so yeah, she knew.
Did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Yeah, you don't seem like the type of person who would do a little bit of research beforehand.
This case is getting more and more intriguing.
So what exactly? So you played me from the start, didn't you? See, enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
You played me from the start, didn't you?
Come on, no more games.
It wasn't my intention.
Too late, you did it anyway.
I'm an old cock, Natasha. I've played too many of these games, and I've been on the losing side often enough.
This cock is old. Too many of these games, thank you.
So, you're going to walk away?
You're damn right. I don't know if it's worth it for me.
Look, Sonny, money's not an issue.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, your fawn had already mentioned that. But unfortunately, it'll be hard to spend all that dough when I'm dead.
Yeah, and if this is a very serious threat case, seems like my life is going to be a little bit significantly on the line here.
Don't even say that.
It's too late, I've said it, and it should be obvious, Natasha.
Do you have a gun?
'Cause I do.
Me?
Of course you, Natasha. Do you have it on you?
Not at the moment.
I pull out mine and I shoot her and I leave, and that's the end of the game.
Well, let me give you some advice. Keep it with you, always. Maybe in your purse.
You don't think they, whoever they are, would hurt me?
They are threatening you.
Don't be naive, Natasha.
You're right. I'll keep it with me.
I don't want to scare you, but 2 cops snooping around can mess something like this up, even if it's just 2 roosters.
You'll keep snooping? Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe you're getting yourself into even deeper trouble with me. Thank me when this is all over.
Alright, how did I... Oh my god, I got 100%. I am a living legend. Oh my god. Final thoughts, perfect job. Exactly how you would have done 10 years ago. Beware, Clawville, Sunny Featherland, and the Chicken Police are back in action. Important clue. The threat, or rather, the threatening word in the messages sent to Natasha is simply whore. It's brief, but says a lot regardless. Boom. Oh, man.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
I don't know if I'm just doing a good job or if it's easier to get these ranks than I might think. I don't know.
Natasha?
Uh-huh.
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
Of places I could live, I gotta say, Flower Town sounds like it'd be pretty nice.
I was afraid this was coming.
Where do you live?
Why not here and now?
Oh, I live in Flower Town. Oh.
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Perhaps, but I mean...
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets.
Oh. Oh.
I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later,
Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Oh, I was kind of hoping that she would point back at him since he did his little finger point saying goodbye, Natasha. I was kind of hoping she would point too, and then they'd be pointing at each other to say goodbye. And wow, thank you, Steven, for rating. I hope you had a nice stream, and welcome to those who came along. Appreciated, Steven. Thank you. There we go. Let's peek at that clue that we got. Or the item. Ooh, the key. That's it. Just gonna look at the key and be like, yeah, it's a key, alright. Alright. Natasha is afraid, and her fear is genuine. But she isn't telling me everything, regardless, and I don't like it. Natasha has invited me to her weekend house to show me something. In any other situation, I would be glad about it, but in this case, I'm worried, because in a different situation, getting the key for the lady's house, getting invited over to her weekend house will probably mean some good times, but in the circumstance, maybe not quite so much. Many orcs were slaughtered for us to be here. So, some blood being spilt. Disappointed that detective's name isn't Dick. Well, his name is Featherland for his last name. And he is a rooster. So, we've already made the comment that he is a dick cock. The threat, or rather the threatening word in the messages sent to Natasha is simply whore. It's brief, but says a lot regardless. And here's another case where it's huge caps. There we go. And he's definitely thinking with his dick at the moment. Yeah, seeing as she went up and did her song and we were like, oh, damn.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
Well, I was too excited.
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You
He
thought
was worried
Natasha
about
had eaten
us.
me alive, huh?
Well, she is a cat, I guess.
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Marty. Oh, we can talk to Olivia before we leave here.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but...
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
Yeah, I'd like that information.
You don't beat around the bush, man.
Give it to me straight.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Caught off guard. Hands tossed in the air.
Anything else?
No, I guess... Oh, now I can't ask her some questions. Yep, Czar Bar. It's too easy. Truly. Oh, they split up. Earlier, these two were standing next to each other, hanging out. They get into an argument. They get along. He said something she didn't like, and she's like, I'm walking away. Fabio, the bartender, might have some quests. Fabio, the bartender.
Hey,
Hell.
Big Nose, where did Mr.
What?
Wessler go?
Rude.
Unfortunately, I don't know, Big Face.
Oh
But
my
I wouldn't
God.
tell you even if I did.
Oh my god.
Really?
Say, did anyone ever tell you that you're an irritating piece of
Anything else, dear sirs?
Oh my god. I love the bartender. Hell. Alright, well, we're at 4 hours now. And as I commented previously, this did look like it was a fairly long game. If I pull out my book here and look over at the stats even, we're only at 28 out of 80, so we're not even halfway through the game. At the most, might peek online to see exactly how long this game is, and if we're at a point of, like, being where I could complete this in maybe 3 streams, that'd be 3 weeks. Otherwise, we'll end it here. Nice little tease for the game, at least. But, this was great. All of the voice acting in it has been excellent. The different personalities and characters they've built up for everyone, very good. Writing, great. Music, great. Chicken Police so far is super cool. I'm into it. I am into it. Alright. But, and I also have to Alt-Tab, which means the music's cut off. RIP. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by. And of course, because this was the chat's choice for November, that means you should, if you have a game that you want to see played for next month, make sure you cruise on over to the Discord to submit it there. Otherwise, you can wait and do the vote when those come up instead. Either way, thank you for following Epicho. Appreciated. Let me also slap down those channel points. Complete. Good. Excellent. So, thank you for everyone who followed, and thank you again for the raid, Steven. Even though, like, you kinda came right up at the end where I'm ending here, but it's how it goes. Can only do so much about the time. And okay, how about we go ahead and raid Kitty again, since she's streaming. She's playing some Minecraft. Alright. And I started typing in for my raid, Minecraft. That's not exactly the right thing to type in. Imagine if I just raided the entire category of Minecraft. Do you think that would just do a random dump over just all across everywhere? Well, thank you everybody for coming on by to watch. I hope you have a lovely night, lovely day, whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you next time, and farewell.